Hey guys, I'm End Call Caesar, and we're gonna continue from where we left off in this game of Shadowrun Returns. I'm gonna go check some things out real quick. Ooh, basic med kit, let's go check him out. Sam's body is half covered by a sterile surgical sheet. His face an ashen white, for the first time without a smirk on it. Below the chest, there's a small pencil-thin incision covered in dried blood. Beyond that, the corpse is immaculate. It would seem that the killer knew exactly what they wanted from him, and took it. Next to Sam are several plastic envelopes containing the evidence found on his body. You can examine evidence through the bag without spoiling it. I look at the business card. Moving things around, you can make out that it's a card from a place called the Seamstresses Union. There's something handwritten on the back, but blood has made it illegible. It's a standard, cheap, unsecure cred stick. No way of knowing what's on it without slotting it. I'ma take it. You slot the cred stick into your PDA. 300 new yen is added to your account. I'm gonna look at his purple shirt. It's Sam's shirt. Several of the buttons are missing, and blood has thoroughly soaked it. The bag sloshes a bit in your hand. Ew. That's kinda gross. Enter note. You can see part of the note, given the torn off bits and bloodstains. Sam. I feel terrible that we have been long to say see you there. Love, Jessica. Okie dokes. Well, that was a fair amount of evidence. I'm gonna go talk to Dresden. Dresden looks amused. Do you always make friends that easily? I'm great at dinner parties, too. He cocks his head to one side. Be straight with me. You're really gonna work for the dead man? Sam was there when I needed him. I'm gonna return the favor. Fascinating again. Detective McCluskey Detective McCluskey isn't interested in anything but Detective McCluskey. He'd convict his own mother if it meant another 10 new yen a week in his paycheck. Plus, he's on the take. Dresden pauses, considering. You have honor, after a fashion. I try to honor the dead in my work, so we have that in common. I just noticed he has like this weird little mohawk thing going on here. What an odd little man. What can I do to help you? On the take. Who's paying to hold his leash? I don't know, but someone with major pull has been looking out for McCluskey's career and wallet. What was that McCluskey said about Sam's mother? The official report is that she committed suicide about a year ago. Aren't you the official in that sentence? My name's on the report, but my actual findings left some doubts. I can't say that it wasn't suicide, but there were unusual bruises on her upper arms, and she didn't use her dominant hand to pull the trigger. I was told to drop it, so I dropped it. Oh yeah, that's always such a sketchy thing in any sort of like forensic CSI kind of thing. Yeah, whenever people commit a crime, or whenever people commit suicide, it's usually with the dominant hand. So, yeah. What are organs worth these days? A whole, healthy body can be worth a bunch of new yen, but individual organs not worth as much anymore. What with all the synth and cyber stuff on the market these days. Organ grinders only deals in recently deceased. There's plenty of other chop shops that aren't as picky though, and they don't care where the bodies come from either. Who still uses scalpels? Doctors still learn how to use them in their first year of medical school, as do coroners, but neither professions use them as much anymore. It's possible some of the slimier chop shops still use scalpels, I suppose, but I wouldn't know where to look. Have you heard of the Seamstresses Union? It's a nearby club in the Barrens that attracts lowlifes. You'd probably like it. Me, I'm not really the going out type, always too much to be done around here, plus the dead are just easier to get along with. I just need to know one more thing. Where was Sam killed? Oh, yay. Dresden looks up at you intently for a moment before speaking. You know, I might be able to do you one better. Why don't you poke around those body lockers in the back and see if you find anything useful? Okay then. I'll go do that. Body lockers. Oh, I guess it's these things. Ooh, I'm getting all sorts of goodies. What's here? The cold storage drawer is labeled John Doe, but the internal thermostat is set to 21 degrees Celsius. Open the door. Or drawer. The cold storage drawer opens to reveal the fully clothed body of a man. Arms folded across his chest in addition to sporting some of the brightest orange hair you've ever seen. The body seems to be in very good condition. Whoa! Easy there. What the fuck? In one quick move, he jumps down from the drawer and stands before you. For someone who just woke up in a morgue locker, he seems unfazed and pretty well put together. You spot a data jack drilled into his temples, and some shamanistic tattoos peeking above his collar. An interesting combination. I told John to wake me up at 6 in the morning. Is it 6 yet? It doesn't feel like 6 yet. Sorry, didn't expect to see you so alive. Yeah, Dresden thinks he's pretty funny. You're not the first person he's pulled this one on. He chuckles. Well, so much for a good night's sleep. On the plus side, I notice you haven't killed me yet, so that's good. If you aren't after me, then what's your story? I'm looking into the death of Sam Watts. The coroner seems to think you can help me out. Sam, eh? Glad somebody cares. We used to drink together every now and then over at the Union. Decent enough guy, always in trouble over something or other, though. Jake yells towards the other side of the room. John, is this guy cool? Yeah, he's on the level, working for Sam. Believe it or not, some sort of dead man switch. I thought you could help him out. Maybe even stop moping around the shop all day. Thanks for volunteering me. He pauses. Might be sizing you up, but it's hard to tell behind those shades. Alright then, the name's Jake, and you are? Call me Caesar. Nice to meet you. Well, it sounds like you're taking a dive into the deep end here. John's right, I might be able to help you out. I was with Sam the other night, the night of the murder. Poor guy. He was hanging at the Seamstresses Union that night. Tripped out and rowdy. I'd been laying low there for a few days after a bad run. Miss Kabuta asked me to throw Sam out, so I did. But out in the alley, some gangers got the jump on me. He winces. Damn. Maybe I need some soy calf after all. John, could you grab me a cup? Get your own dang cup. My hands are dirty anyway. Now, what's wrong with this intestine? You hear a loud squelching sound as Dresden continues his work. Oh, well, that's cool. Seamstresses Union. That is a word that keeps getting me every time. Or combo of words. Thanks, John. You're a real pal. Anyway, there's a big fat corp bounty on my head. Like I said, my last job didn't go exactly according to plan. Out in the alley, a few Halloweeners got the jump on us. Damn gangers thought they could turn a quick profit off of my head. Jake smiles, and you get the impression that didn't work out so well for the gangers. Sam stumbled off during the fight, though, and that was the last I saw of him. Until he turned up here, dead on arrival. Reminds me of my last stay in this place. Do you know anything else? I know they found his body a block away from the Union, just lying there in broad daylight. That's the Barrens for you. Jake looks down, his expression masked by chrome and crimson glasses. Shame, though. Wish I'd been there. If those slagging gangers hadn't come along. Tell you what, you look like you can handle yourself in a fight. I could use some backup to settle the score with those Halloweeners out there. Their leader's got the whole gang searching the Barrens for me. I need to get rid of that asshole. In return, I'll take you to the place Sam was murdered. It's not safe to hit these streets alone at night, trust me. Jake eyes you up and down. And maybe I'll throw in some decent supplies while we're at it. What do you say? It's nice to see someone watching, assuming you can trust them. I don't work for free, I get paid in union. I do like a bit of street justice every now and then. Alright, Jake, count me in. Great. I've been hiding out here ever since the run-in with those Halloweeners. Whiny bunch of gangers. But this stretch of the Barrens is their turf. Hell, I'm surprised you even made it to the morgue in one piece without packing some heat. He yells over his shoulders. Very funny, Jake. You can sleep in the dumpster tomorrow. So you need a weapon? I forgot what I was good at. How do I check my stats? Ah, here we are. Alright, let's see what we're good at. Okay, ranged combat, 2. Alright. Close strength. Why do I have a 1 in throwing weapons? Oh, because I'm a street samurai. That's right. Okay. I like to keep my distance. Got a rifle? You don't like library windows, do you? Never mind. Here's a rifle you can borrow. So, ready for an evening out on the town? Just a minute. Tell me some more about these gangers first. Well, they're one of the nastier gangs in town. Their symbol is a flaming jack-o'-lantern, but you wouldn't like their version of trick-or-treating very much. Around here, they're led by a troll named John Paul. He's got all the Halloweeners in the Barrens looking for me. We take him out, maybe I can breathe a bit easier. I'm ready. I'll follow your lead. The Halloweeners aren't looking for you yet. We can leave whenever you're ready. Sweet. And this is where we end today's video. So thank you all for watching, and like and subscribe if you've enjoyed. Bye.